Welcome to this week's GrowingPoint Agronomy Update. In terms of growth and development, for much of the area we are tracking 70 to 120 GDUs behind the 10-year average using a May 5th planting date. I encourage you to use the Pioneer Tools app to track GDUs for your fields and project out potential maturity or black layer on the CRM of your specific hybrids and planting dates. An Encirca Premium subscription and weather station can get you access to even more weather, alerts, and market information. The cooler weather pattern we have been in has created a few disadvantages, but also a few advantages along the way. Surely the cool weather has delayed crop development, and getting to maturity will be an issue in some areas, especially to the north. In fact, extra drying time and drying costs could be a real concern. However, some of the positives include an excellent pollination window for corn, aborting less blossoms in soybeans, a slowdown in the progression of some foliar diseases, and the cool nighttime temperatures in the low 60s is actually a benefit to corn yield during grain fill, as the plant isn't using that energy to respire during warm nights in the 70s and 80s. So expect some pretty good corn yields and soybean yields across the area if we can just get this crop to maturity. One downside to the cooler weather pattern is that soybean aphid numbers have increased dramatically in some areas. In terms of soybean aphids, they thrive under temperatures between 77 and 82 degrees Fahrenheit and humidity below 78%. Under these favorable conditions, soybean aphids can double every 2 to 3 days. Remember, the soybean aphid threshold is 250 aphids per plant on 80% of the plants, and the population is increasing. Focus, but do not limit your scouting efforts to fields surrounded by trees, fields without an insecticide seed treatment, and late planted fields. Be sure to check the earliest or newest trifoliates on the plant, as that is often where the highest concentration of aphids can reside sometimes. And continue to scout for aphids through the R5 growth stage or up to R6 or full seed. On the insect side, I have also noticed a few corn rootworm beetles flying around fields. So far, based on the harsh winter and wet spring, we are experiencing lighter corn rootworm pressure this year as a result of our early root digs and sticky trap numbers. One thing we have noticed is that the hatch was delayed this year, longer than usual, and that corn rootworm development and beetle emergence has spanned across a long period of days. In fact, we have even seen first instar larvae in the soil at the same time we have seen corn rootworm beetles flying around fields. So far in my sticky traps, the ratio of northern corn rootworm beetle to western corn rootworm beetle has been about 50-50. Remember, corn rootworm is still the most damaging insect pest to corn yield, so don't take them or the lighter pressure this year for granted. Be sure to scout any late maturity corn on your farm or any late or replanted corn, as those fields can sometimes act as a trap crop and attract beetles that can lead to more eggs laid in those fields and be higher corn rootworm pressure in that field the following year. On the disease side, I am finding northern corn leaf blight and common rust in quite a few fields. Both diseases can be controlled with a foliar fungicide. Pay close attention to hybrids that have a lower tolerance score to these diseases, and focus on the number of lesions affecting the ear leaf and the leaf above and below the ear, as those leaves contribute a lot to the final yield of the crop. We have also identified Gauss's wilt in a few of the areas that received hail earlier this year. That's all for this week. Reference the following links or contact your local Pioneer sales professional for more information.